Hello and welcome back to Just Callum. Today we're looking at something a bit different from what I usually do. Normally it's camping and it's on the ground. I'm talking about shelters, I'm talking about tents, maybe reviews. Today though, I'm looking at something you can suspend between two trees. Whether this works or not, we'll find out. I haven't used this yet. So this is the first time. I bought myself a DD hammock, made by DD Hammocks. I believe it says it's 2.7 by 1.4 meters, so big enough, plenty for one person for certain. It also has its own inbuilt mosquito net, which is ideal, especially when you're in a forest, because midges, especially or near a river, for instance, because midges will absolutely eat you alive. So yeah, I'm interested to see how this turns out. Yeah, DD Frontline hammock. Let's have a little look. So, I've got it out of the bag. It comes out like this. This is the brown one. So you have lots of different netting and material. Okay, so I'm going to take one end. Guessing that's the far end. Cool. So we'll have that one. Take this end, just here. I think my tree might be too far away, so I'm going to just change it up a little bit. Normally you'd have it looping through like that, and that's not a problem. But what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to just tie a bowline like that. That'll just increase the overall length that I'm able to have the hammock away from the trees. Okay. Right then, let's get that round. We'll just do a little trucker's hitch there. Like that. That's tight. And then just dip it and pull through. That isn't going anywhere. Okay, so let's do the other end. Gonna get this out. Alright, perfect. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap these two around the tree. Like, I might do actually the same thing I just did, I think. I reckon I could do the same thing I just did. I'm going to do that. Let's do that. Because that needs a little bit extra. So I can pull a little bit of slack through as well. Cool. So, another bowline. And then loop it through. We'll leave a little bit of slack because I'm going to want it to sag slightly, aren't I? Perfect. Just like that. Beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to do my trucker's hitch just the same as I did on the other one. I'm going to do that, pull through. Lovely. Put it back. Obviously this is going to be slack, but it has to be because I'm going to need it to hold my weight and support it from the ground. So, pinch that, drape it over, and pass the rope through. Put it back towards my hand, lock that in. Lovely. It's a smaller trucker's hitch, but it will work. Okay, so many people get nervous about getting into hammocks, and that's okay. The keys are holding the lower part of the hammock just above your bum, getting your right hand in, sitting in the hammock, and then lean back. And there you go. A lovely hammock that can comfortably take your weight. Cool. I can trust my knots. Excellent. So, specifically with the DD hammock, as I mentioned earlier, it has this mosquito net. What you're going to need are these. There are two poles that come with it, and mine seems to be slightly broken, but that's not a problem. Two poles come with it, just like that. Now what you want to do with these two poles is you'll find these little sleeves in the mesh amongst the mesh, I should say. And what you're going to do is you're going to tuck both poles, one end, one the other, into these holes with great difficulty, because I'm making this look incredibly difficult. I just want to slip that end over, like so. That's one. Fantastic. And then number two, just like that. Then what you'll do is you'll open up the zips, which are just here on the side. Get full access inside. And what you'll also notice is when you do this, there's actually 2 layers to this base. Now that is interesting, and I'll show you more about that in a minute. But what you want to do is get your mosquito net up. Tuck it over your head. You've got a few different pockets and such. I know I'm making this look really impressive. There we go. Oh, tuck it over. And you do have some loops here to hang up the lights if you need to. But the main things are these 2 tags on the side. Now you would tie them up back here, which I will do now. So you will also get 2 lengths of elastic cord. One of those lengths, yet again with great difficulty, I'm making myself look alright. Chimpanzee today. One through there, through that little loop by the pole, just there. And then another through the other pole. There's another loop in it. Now you just want to feed that through. Lovely, like that. Get roughly equal lengths either side. Roughly, there or thereabouts. And then just tie that up to your main line. And then you can just do a standard shoelace knot or a bow. That means when you sit in it, it'll pull tight. And in theory, when you go down, this will go up and give you a bit of headroom. Let's sort the other one out. Not sure if you can see me or not. Oh, you can, that's impressive. Who needs wide angle cameras when you have the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra? Is it Ultra? I don't know, it's probably something like that. They're all Ultra or something like that nowadays. I can't keep up with it. Hate to say it, but I am getting old. Very slowly, like everyone else, but I am getting old. And tie a standard bow, same as the other side. Behave, come on. And that's not going anywhere, is it? Lovely. Okay, so now we've got those 2 pieces of elastic in. Let's see if that works and brings it up above my head. Ooh, right down. And actually, the midges have arrived just to test it. How kind. Oh, that is absolutely fantastic. I could probably bring that a bit further up the rope so it pulls tight. But to be honest, I'm pretty cozy. Now, I know what you're thinking. Aha, well, you may have mesh on top, but what about your back? Callum, I've had so many times where I've gone hammock camping and I've been eaten alive behind me. Well, au contraire, my friends. That's where the luxury of this hammock comes in. If I flip it over, you'll see there's a separate lining, as I mentioned earlier, and it opens up. What you can do is you pump your favourite airbed up, slam it on in. Not only does it increase comfort, therefore you get better night's sleep, but also it's just another deterrent for mosquitoes. Isn't that brilliant? These guys really know exactly what they're talking about when it comes to making hammocks. Except for when they made mine, because I'm noticing that there's a few misstitching and a few little bits and bobs that aren't 100%, but that's fine. I'm happy with that. I'm okay. As long as it does its job, not bothered. So, excellent, excellent choice. Hammock, you're off the ground, you're warm, because you can be tucked up with your airbed beneath your sleeping bag, keeps you warm, and you'll lose a lot of heat through the ground if you're sleeping on the ground, so this is a great idea for that. Now, the next thing that comes to mind, well, it's all well and good being warm, but we live in England. Come on, it's going to rain all the time. That's why you bring, this is my DD tarp, 3x3, and I always keep a bundle of 7-strand paracord and pegs. What we'll do is we'll string up, like we probably did in the previous video you saw, we'll string up a ridgeline just above my hammock. Very easy, very quick, doesn't take too long at all, and I'll figure out, there it is, I'll figure out what we're doing. I'm going to have it so my 2 prusset loops are probably best to have them just end to end over my hammock. Let's just get a bit neater here. Come on, Callum, you're better than this. You're much better than this. Why are you being so slapdash? Come on. There we go. Let's tuck that in there. Lovely, beautiful. Cool. Right, it's almost like I know what I'm doing. Right, get my tarpaulin out. Standard thing I do with my tarpaulin. You find the middle one. I'm actually going to use a couple of pegs as toggles because sticks aren't working for me today. So I put my toggle through, as you remember, pass my toggle, and it just hangs up there. I'm going to pass one end over actually, because that's covering my hammock. Right? Look at that. Of course, like I'm a genius. Well, I wouldn't say that. There we go. Pass top one over, grab your toggle, and as you remember, your passett loops, they obviously slide. Slide to tension, send to the other side. There you have it. There's your tarpaulin hanging over the thing that you sleep in, the hammock. Now it's going to be a bit tight in there, but that won't be a problem because when I get in the hammock, my colossal body will weigh it down and I'll have a lot more headroom around me. Okay, so completely concealed, tucked nicely, hammock underneath my tarp, although I've just realised I'm going to have to move these pegs out slightly. Okay, that's better. Now you can still see the hammock, but you can see me now. Now you can still see the hammock poking through the top, but as soon as I get in there, you'll understand what I mean about it being reduced. Okay, so here is the hammock and the tarp inside. Don't know if you can see that. You can now, ish. There's the hammock and the tarp. Hammock come down, I'll get in it in a second, and you'll see. There's loads of room. There's the hammock inside. You've got lots of room off the floor. Lots of room off the floor. Plenty of angle on these as well. So when I do get in to the actual, hammock, hammock's going to move down the sides. Then, obviously, as they taper outwards, I'm going to have to lower, and I'll be further away from the sides. Okay, let's get in. Or at least try to get in. This should be entertaining at the very least. I'm not what they call much of a gymnast. What? Oh yes, look at this. What I will do is I'll bring you in there and you can have a little look around. Right. Okay, so this is inside. Actually in the hammock. We've got pockets up this end. So I don't know if you can see them. Pockets here for your phone, for your headlights, your head torch. All that space down there. And all this width. Let's get in. So here we are, the boots. I know I have a couple of big fans of the boots. So yeah, loads of space, lots of room, move around. It doesn't look purple, it's just because of the light. Don't worry about that. But there's my tarp, obviously it'll be all over me, like that. Feet completely covered, head completely covered up there. Yeah, there's the bar I was telling you about earlier. It's not too far away from me, to be honest, but I'm not going to make a big deal about it. It's perfect for me. Loads of room, and I'm so comfortable. I love it, and it also got quite a lot up the side there, so clearly I can move around. Lovely. Yeah, really like it. Okay, so I'm just going to take it down now. I'm going to take down the tarp. You've seen me do that before. That's not a big deal. Now I'll show you how to take down the hammock really easily. Okay, so brilliant review. Let's just say this has got a shining review. It is so comfortable. The mosquito net is really thick, which is good. Really, really small holes, so any mosquitoes are not going through there. I'm really pleased with the secondary lining and the ability to have a mattress tucked inside, so it's a bit more comfortable, a bit more spacious, and of course stops bugs getting you from underneath. Really easy setup. It's nice and tight, not coming off the trees either side, and takes my weight quite comfortably. So overall, if I was going to recommend you get something to sleep off the ground and maybe in a forest or somewhere where you've got at least two sturdy objects to tie off to, then if not a tree, something else, then I absolutely recommend the DD Frontline hammock. I mentioned earlier about waterproofing systems. Now, one of them obviously, as I demonstrated, was a tarpaulin, A-frame, nice and simple. But there is another system. I haven't got it with me today, but it is a bivy bag. Now what you would do is you would airbed in the hammock once you set it up, as you may normally do. Put your sleeping bag inside a bivy bag and then tuck it. I'll show you how to take this down. Okay, so what I've already done is I've taken these poles out. I've left these lines in, these elastic lines, just so the next time I use the hammock, they're already pre-prepared and ready to get tied up to the line. What I'm then going to do is I'm going to untie that end. As I go through, I'm going to ravel up pop it in the bag as I'm going through, so that when I undo the hammock, I will just have to attach one end, unwind it out of the bag, and attach it to the other end. Okay, so as I just laid out a second ago, I'm going to get my bag ready for when I need it. I'm going to take off of my half hitch that I've done on this trucker's hitch here. Hopefully this will be easy to undo. The webbing is notoriously difficult. There we go. So pull that out, unravel that from the tree. And all I'm going to do is throw the bag on the floor. All I'm going to do now is tuck all the rope in, like so, and then just feed, slowly but surely, my almost pre-set up hammock into its little bag. And then I'm going to undo this knot here, which is just a simple bowline. And there you have it, the DD Frontline hammock. Very easy to put up, takes even my weight, which is thoroughly impressive, and very, very comfortable with pockets, mosquito net, ability to put an airbed in as well. It's entirely worth the purchase, and I think this one cost me £50, something like that, maybe a little bit less. So if you're looking for a hammock in the market, this might be the one for you. Anyway, thank you so much for watching me today to test the DD Frontline hammock. If you like this video, then please do leave it a like. Please, of course, subscribe. Much appreciated if you already have. I believe I've just ticked over onto 70 subscribers today when I'm filming this. So thank you to all of my current subscribers and, of course, my future ones. Much appreciated. If you do like camping, motorcycles, or car camping, then this might be the channel for you. If you have any ideas for different videos, please leave them in the comments. And yeah, be sure to look out for my next video, hopefully released every Friday, give or take. We'll see. Yeah, much appreciated, and catch you on the next one. Subscribe.